These are the 5 ways that your kid is ruining his life. And if you stay till the end of the video, I will tell you the simple solution that you can do to eliminate it all without him even knowing. The first way is getting bad grades. And it's actually not for the reason you may think, because most people think that you should get good grades for college. But the real benefit from getting good grades is the initiative that's developed from it. And in this regard, you actually may be hurting your kid's potential. Initiative is basically doing the right thing without being told to do so. And it wasn't until recently when I really understood the power behind this, because for a long time, I never really did the right thing without being told to do so. I was always told by my teacher, oh, do this assignment. I was told by my parents, get good grades. And I did that. I got good grades because I was told to, but I never did things without being told to do so until recently. And I gotta say, life is so much better because of it. In Napoleon Hill's Law of Success in 16 Lessons, he said that when you have initiative, you basically transform your life into a game. That's why people call entrepreneurship and business a game, because they have initiative. Now, the second thing that's destroying your kid's life is the early morning scroll. And this is an obvious one, right? Most kids these days wake up in the morning and they scroll on their phone. And I used to do that all the time. And I got to say, it is terrible. And here's an illustration to describe what it does to you. Basically, every morning you wake up with a fresh brain. And it's like a blank painting, a blank canvas. And whatever you do the first thing in the morning is what sets the tone for the entire day paint, like the actual day's worth of painting. So if you wake up first thing in the morning and do 20 push-ups, well, then that's going to set the tone to be physical and healthy for the day. But if you wake up first thing in the morning and you just sedate your mind by scrolling, that's not going to end well for you for that day. And I used to do that all the time, and life didn't even feel real. The third thing that is destroying your kid's life is similar to the second thing, and it's scrolling on your phone late at night or going online late at night, being on any electronic late at night. And it's obvious. It destroys your sleep. But one thing that I didn't understand until recently was that the last thing that you do the night before actually impacts your next day tremendously. For an entire month straight, I read 3 poems out loud called Invictus, Ode, and this one. I forgot what it's called. And I noticed something. As I was reading those, the next morning I would wake up thinking about that. And I would say things in the poem. For example, out of the night that covers me, black is the pit from pole to pole. I would say these things throughout the day, just naturally. And so that's actually a beneficial poem. However, going online and looking at TikTok is not beneficial. So that's actually going to be way more damaging. And the fourth thing that is destroying your kid's life is no intentions. And what I mean by intention is a desire that you're actually going to achieve. So when I was younger, I used to love to play soccer. I was pretty good compared to the average person, but I was not the best. And I remember I would watch YouTube all the time, and I would see these YouTube videos of professional soccer players having amazing soccer skills. And I wanted that. I wanted that in my life. And so I had a desire, but it was not an intention, because I didn't see myself actually achieving that. I didn't see myself becoming a professional soccer player. So it was a longing. And if you don't have any intentions, that destroys your life, because then there's nothing to work for. And this is where our modern lifestyle destroys us, because our modern lifestyle sedates us, and it basically feeds into our brain a bunch of desires That's why I wanted to be a pro soccer player, because I saw it on TV. Feeds into our brain a bunch of desires, but then it also tells us that we can't do it. It gets us to believe that we can't achieve these things. That's why so many kids are miserable, because they have so many desires. They're longing for so many things, but they're paralyzed in action because they don't know that they can actually do it. And the fifth thing that is destroying your kid's life is no direction. And this is the one thing that I mentioned in the beginning of this video, where if you can give your kid this one thing, then his life will be transformed forever. Because when I was younger, I had no direction. I had no purpose in life. I was just wandering through life mindlessly. And I remember just being trapped in the lifestyle that our society teaches us to do, watching TV all day, playing video games all day, until my dad, he started to work out and he started to train. And I remember watching him during the quarantine. I remember I would stay up really late. I would play video games till like 12 o'clock, and then I would get a bowl of cereal and eat it on the couch. And I remember just sitting there on the couch, just eating my cereal. And then just a couple hours later, at like 3 a.m, my dad would wake up, because he had been asleep this whole time, and he would wake up to go train. And that, I saw my dad go through the crucible for years, until eventually he actually achieved his goal. He became an elite athlete. An elite athlete. So I saw what it looked like to have ambition, have drive, but then I also saw that you can actually achieve your goals. And that changed everything for me, because over the course of the next couple of years after that, I started to work out and I started to actually work towards my goals. And I found my purpose in life. That is the power behind purpose. That is the greatest gift that you can give your kids. That is the greatest gift that my dad gave to me. And that's the one thing that you could do to transform your kid's life forever. Become a 1% dad. Someone who is not a slave to the modern lifestyle, is not addicted to junk food or TV. And somebody who shows their kid that you can achieve your goals.